Patty, Dr. Smythe is waiting on the corrected coordinates. Here you go. Thank you. Oh, and Eric, end the day with a smile. I got those coordinates you wanted, Professor. Oh, good. Good, good. Well done, Stoddard. Now we can begin. Right. Begin first procedures. Phase 1 power. Phase 1 power. Switching to main computer control. Activate full power run-up sequence. Activating full power run-up sequence now. Doctor, are you going to be much longer? No, nearly finished, Tom. What are you building anyway? Well, it's an ultrasonic power engine for Bessie. I've been meaning to get onto it for quite some time. Yes. Well, for your information, it's well past breakfast and You know what? Forget it. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother. What did you say, Tom? Oh, never mind. Have you seen the paper? Front page news. It's extraordinary. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. What? Haven't even told you what it is yet. No. One second, Tom. Did you feel it? For a moment or two, time went backwards. Look at the clock. What? Oh, the clocks are always going back and forth. You know that one doesn't work. Now, can I at least get one thing through to you this morning? Well, very well, Tom. What is it? The paper. It says here that a Dr. Martin Smithe has discovered the theory of time travel. What? I'm just saying, in relative theory, if something was to go wrong, don't be ridiculous, Patty. The professor knows what he's doing. We ran over the apparatus last night. Everything was fully functional. We ran through the tests, and what were the results? Well, it is to my understanding that we may have hit some sort of positive feedback charge and overload. Is it serious? No. But the results were quite extraordinary, though. Take a look at these readings. I'm going to have a word with the professor about this. I wouldn't advise it. Eric, get out of my way. Think about what you're doing, Patty. Eric, if you don't get out of my way, I'll push you out of my way. Now move. What are you two bickering about? Ah, Professor. Just the person I wanted to see. I've looked over these readings from last night's experiment, and I can tell you I'm very concerned. There's no cause for concern, my dear. I've looked over the results myself, and they may be a little erotic, but nothing too serious. You call a positive feedback nothing serious? Supposing if something went drastically wrong. But fortunately, in our case, it did not. Look, no one said that this was going to be easy. We are trying to carry out a very complicated task, and we are trying to convince people that this is a good project to invest in. The people of the World European Scientific Burro are coming this afternoon to witness a demonstration. And Mr. Turson wants to make sure they're putting their money to good use. Don't worry. I'm sure our investors will get their money's worth. The project can't be a complete success without having a few hiccups along the way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare for this afternoon's demonstration. Mr. Stoddard, I'll need you to check over the equipment with me. Yes, Professor. Ah, Sergeant Benson. Where's Lethbridge Stewart? He's on the phone at Scotland Yard, I think. Well, tell him to come and see me right away. You're worried about this, aren't you, Doctor? Yes, Tom. Very worried indeed. Time isn't necessarily man's toy to play around with. True, some people have come up with their dimensional theories of time travel, but nothing so advanced as this. Well, this Professor Martin Smithe seems to have mastered it all, really. He claims to have invented a time machine which is similar to the dynamics of the TARDIS. Yes, like the TARDIS, but not the TARDIS. I reckon something will go terribly wrong if he tries to meddle with time. Why don't you stop it? Well, that's just the thing, Tom. I can't. Not without authority from the Brigadier. Doctor, I must insist that you wait. I have the Chief of Police on the phone and I'm trying to get through to the Governor of the World European Scientific Burro. That's exactly what I brought you here to talk about, Brigadier. We've got to stop that demonstration. An impossibility, I'm afraid. The demonstration's going ahead whether we like it or not. Some of the country's top scientists and investors are coming in for a demonstration of this time device. If the demonstration is successful, they could be investing a lot of money into it. Oh no. Oh no, this is very bad. Well, is there any authority over this? Yes. UNIT is invited as part of the chief security of the operation. Unfortunately, Doctor, it's UNIT personnel only. You don't exactly apply as you are scientific advisor. Oh. I see. A lot of big-booted soldiers are around about. Yes, that's right. Which means you're becoming Sergeant Benton. But don't worry, Doctor. Captain Yates is staying here to keep an eye on things. I'll let him know how it goes. Is that it? We're not just going to stand around and do nothing. No, Tom, we're not. I think I have an idea. I don't understand. I'll explain. Back in the TARDIS. Doctor, you are by far the most infuriating man I've ever met. I've asked you about 1,000,000 times, what is it? That's funny, I could have sworn I told you. It's a time sensor. Oh, I see. Do you? Well, what does it do then? Well, yes. It detects disturbances in a time field. Well done, Tom. You're learning. Yes, it's just the sort of thing you need if you happen to be looking for a TARDIS. Or any other time machine, for that matter. Yes. Just about ready now. How do you know it's ready if it hasn't been tested? Well, now's the time to test it. I don't quite understand exactly what I'm meant to be doing. It's quite simple, Tom. Just watch the dial and read out the results. There's a good chap. Right, switching on now. It's working. Good, I thought it would. What are the readings? Well, it says something about 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. Radius, 5.1, something like that. You're getting all this perfectly. Doctor, I think you can switch off now. It's alright, Tom, alright. Did you switch the power on? No, why? The Professor! Yes, everything seems to be running smoothly. Any trace of any time distortion? Should be able to pick it up. Doctor, I think he may have left something on in the TARDIS. I certainly didn't. Why do you ask? Well, it's going again. That's impossible unless... Another TARDIS. Professor, stop! What? I don't know what you thought you think you were doing, Professor. I knew perfectly well what I was doing, thank you very much. But... without supervision... what if you made a mistake? The catastrophes could be disastrous. Yes, well, luckily... there wasn't any casualties, was there, Mr. Stoddard? Now then, I need to go over final preparations for the demo, if you'll excuse me. What's got into him? He's certainly not been acting himself recently. Do you think it may be stress? Well, I thought about it to begin with, but no. This is weird. We'd better keep the Professor under close observation during the demo. I don't want him making any mistakes that could cost us our jobs. Don't worry. I'll keep my eyes peeled on him. What would I do without you? Anything? Well, the sensor did detect some distortion, all right. Question is, I can't exactly pinpoint the exact location. Probably because we're further away. But if we were closer, and in Bessie, we should be able to detect it. What time's the presentation? 3 o'clock? We'd better get down there right away. Well, gentlemen, thank you all for coming. The presentation is about to begin. Would you mind going into more detail as to the theory of it? I'll do my best. Well, gentlemen, to begin with, time isn't smooth. It's made up of little bits, and a series of minute present moments, temporal atoms so to speak. So if one could push something through the interstices between them, it would be outside our space-time continuum altogether. Well, where would it be then? Nowhere, in ordinary terms. You've lost me, Dr. Hughes. Yes, and me. I've never heard such gibberish in all my life. It's simply an impossible situation. But we've done it. We've made a vase vanish and brought it back in there. Made it vanish where, for goodness sake? Sort of between the gap between the now and now, sir. Right, you've got it. I still don't understand. Then you must see for yourselves, gentlemen. I apologise for keeping you waiting. Shall we begin? If you're ready, gentlemen, I shall now show you the brilliant theories I have devised, which have taken me years to construct, and now they are ready. For years, man has thought about travelling through time, and now he can actually do it, thanks to my theories. Now, if you are willing to step back and relax, enjoy the demonstration. Mr. Stoddard, Phase 1 power. Phase 1 power. Check. Phase 2 power. Phase 2 power. Check. Switching to main computer control. Activate full power run-up sequence. Activating full power run-up sequence now. Amazing. How did you manage to do that? I did it. I actually did it. There's a problem. Something's gone wrong. I'm getting too much power. I can't hold it. Stop it. It's no good. I can't shut down. The systems are overloading. It's going to explode.